It's August the 27th, about 9 in the morning, and we're doing the mahoosik arm, which is just after the mahoosik notch, which we got done last night in around an hour. We felt pretty good about that. But the arm is something that a lot of people say is even more dangerous than the notch, and don't know if you can make it out very well, but we've been walking at about a 45-degree angle, sometimes more, for the past half mile or so, over mostly nothing but just this granite face. And fortunately our feet are able to dig into the rock for the most part. Otherwise it'd be ugly. Some people try to come down it or up it in the rain, and it's just almost impossible. So I'll show you my feet. If you can see them, they actually are constantly have my heels up so I can push through it. And here you can see Mel coming up. The camera doesn't do it justice, but it's a pretty nasty climb. The mahoosik arm. How you doing, pumpkin?
My calves are burning.
Yeah. Today is August 27th. We're in the Baldpate mountain range. We just came from this mountain over here, and actually the far one that you see we were on earlier this morning, that's old something, I'll think of it. And now we're working our way up middle Baldpate range, or the middle Baldpate mountain. And the best way I know to describe it, if you've seen Stone Mountain in Georgia, right outside of Atlanta, this is like Stone Mountain, only a whole lot bigger. The summit of this one is 3,800, and it's nothing but just a granite rock. It's not even really individual rocks. It's just a big granite rock, and we're walking across the side of it all the way to the top. There are honestly few places in my life that I've been that are more beautiful than southern Maine, and even fewer places still that are more rugged than the stuff that we're hiking across and have been hiking across these last few days. Here's a little better picture of it. Melissa's already up here getting a drink. You can't see it obviously in the camera, but it's probably a 45 to 60-degree angle at places. And you are ready to be done hiking, aren't you?
Yes.
If you were to ask me what my favorite part of the entire Appalachian Trail has been to this point, I wouldn't even hesitate, and I would tell you that it's where I'm standing right now. This is Middle Baldpate Mountain, and I want to show you a view that won't even begin to do justice to what I'm seeing right now. Off in this direction, you've got southern Maine. Back this way, as far as your eyes can make out, the first big mountain, actually the first one that you see, is the first Baldpate that we climbed today. The second one beyond it is Old Speck Mountain that we climbed earlier today. And back off in the distance you can still make out Mount Washington and the Presidential Range, several ranges back. This is actually, the east peak of Baldpate Mountain. If you look back this direction, we just came up about a 500-foot nothing but granite sheet of rock, and you can look back to the west and you can make out lake after lake after lake of clear blue water, and probably see almost as far to the west as the state of Vermont. And looking up to the north, you can see mountain range after mountain range after mountain range. And here we are across the top of the east peak of the Baldpate. Melissa's on ahead, probably 200 or 300 yards up, so it's probably at least a quarter of a mile across here on the peak, and it's nothing but granite, and people have taken rocks, put them into cairns to help you be able to see across. But without doubt, in my mind, this is the best view the most rewarding, spectacular thing that you see after a climb that almost kills you, and something to just absolutely inspire you to awe at the creation that God has given us. It just blows my mind. So I'm going to stop talking and just walk in quiet for a little bit so I can enjoy this. Again, these are the bald pates, and you definitely should come see them.